Yes, welcome to another edition of Tea with Dave. Today we have a very special guest. We have the artistic producer and manager at Meridian Theatres at Centrepointe. Welcome, Allan.
Howdy, great to be here.
So the one question that I am sure everybody has on their mind is, well, what are you drinking? Do you have a tea by any
chance? Yeah, coffee this time of day. But there have been lots of jokes between me and artists and other presenters about how soon the vodka starts during the day.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's fair. And I'm on my Moroccan mint. It's this blend that I've been trying lately, which is kind of nice. We started with a shortage of toilet paper, and then we moved into a shortage of hair coloring products. Hopefully, we're through all of those things, and we can finally get to things that people are really interested in and want to get more of, and that local artists, and getting back into the music scene. And I know that's one thing that Meridian does fantastic. And so, yeah, tell us what you guys have been up to.
Yeah, so as you might guess, we went through a very similar sort of process to the rest of the world of shock and adaptation and finding our resilience. And the great thing about working with folks in the performing arts is that they are collaborators by nature. Nothing happens in front of an audience that doesn't involve a lot of collaboration between technicians and artists and administrative support staff. So we were able to sort of turn our attention fairly quickly, I think, from dealing to planning. Back in May, when a colleague of mine, Alison Blackburn at the Ottawa Public Library, reached out because she was trying to figure out a way to present a series of mini virtual concerts with local artists. So it's been an absolute dream to work with her and her team, curating that series. So there are 7 different concerts, all with Ottawa artists or Ottawa Gatineau artists. There are 4 workshops, and those have been happening since July, and they'll continue through until September 10th. The other thing we're doing is a concert of our own. It's presented by the city's theaters, and we're recording that in the studio this Friday, and then it'll be released online through the theater's Facebook and YouTube channels. And that's going to be a live virtual concert with local hero Jeff Rogers, who's just an amazing singer and keyboard player.
For those that don't know, Meridian has this great facility, and so Les Lie is that studio space, and I believe that's the space that's going to be used for this free concert that's coming up, right?
That's right. Yeah, the studio was designed to be flexible, as any theater that opened around that time, 2009, is. So the great thing about the studio theater is we can retract the seating completely, and then you just have a big rectangle, big empty rectangular space that you can work within. So we've had inquiries from video production companies that have shot there in the past, or that have heard that people have shot there in the past, so they're looking at using the space. We'll look at trying to do more concerts with local artists in the studio. But yeah, with the studio, being able to retract the seats means we can put in our 24 cabaret tables and seat pairs at those tables, of course, assuming they're in the same bubble, and seat up to 50 people that way.
Now, for those who know Allan, they know that Allan's been at the theater for a year or 2 or many
or 10.
Or 10, yeah.
LinkedIn reminded me last week. It's been 10 years. It really has.
That's fantastic. So I'm sure over 10 years, you've probably run into 1 or 2 interesting stories that I'm sure audience love to hear. So is there incredible moment that you'd like to share with our audience?
The coolest experience, I think, in the 10 years for me so far has to be the 25th anniversary that we did several years ago, in that we animated the entire inside and outside of the building We had Création Vivo, which is a cirque-style local company. They had acrobats that were rigged to the facade of Ben Franklin Place, where the theaters are located, and they were doing these beautiful balletic movements. We had other members of their company walking around, in costume, interacting with the crowd. We gave all kinds of opportunities to local artists and other city programs to within culture. To display and inform people about what they do. We had one of those flash mobs in the atrium of Ben Franklin Place, and Rick Mercer gave our big gala performance, which was incredible considering that back in 1988 the doors opened with local comedian Rich Little, and 25 years later here we are with another nationally known, internationally known comedian, Rick Mercer, who gave us one of his rants, essentially. But it was an awful lot of fun because we had a gala reception afterwards, right on the stage with Rick, who signed copies of his book, and the mayor was there and counselors and stuff. It was a really moving day. It was a concrete 3D in real life on steroids connection between the community and the theaters, which really floats my boat.
So basically what you're saying is we need to have another big celebration as soon as we can get rid of this virus.
Yeah. I'll be there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, fantastic. So thank you very much. Allan is our artistic producer and manager at Centrepointe. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure. Awesome. Keep your eyes to the theater social media feed, August 28th, 7 p.m. Jeff Rogers, live virtually.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you have the chance, like, share, subscribe, all those things. We love it. Thank you very much.
Yes, please.
Bye for now.